Today we've come to Fountains Earth Moor, high up in Nidderdale National Landscape, to do the 5.2 mile loop with these all-terrain chairs. Limited parking is available in a lay-by at the top of Trapping Hill, at a gated entrance onto the moor. The nearest accessible toilet is in the village of Lofthouse, 1.5 miles from the start of the route. This trail takes you on a triangular loop around this site of special scientific interest, along a series of shooting tracks, the majority of which are quite uneven and undulating. The start of the route takes you up the road to a spur track, leading uphill to the triangular loop. When you reach the top of the hill, there's a junction where you can either take the route clockwise or anti-clockwise. Today we're doing it anti-clockwise. As you continue down the track, impressive views of the Nidd Valley open up before you, and if you look to your left, you might just see the two standing rock formations known as Jenny Twig and her daughter Tib. Along the route, there are some farm gates that you may need to open. As you leave the beaten track well and truly behind, you're met with a cacophony of birdsong. From lapwing to curlew to skylarks and grouse, it really is a great place to experience the wilds of nature. It is worth noting, even during the summer months it can get quite breezy and chilly up here, so packing an extra layer or a flask of something warm is always a really good recommendation. When you get to the bottom end of the triangle, there's another junction. We're going to be turning left to complete the loop, but if you turn right, you'll end up in Ramsgill, and it can also take you across to Ton Corner at the other side of the moor. On climbing the other side of the hill, you're rewarded for your efforts with more spectacular views across the moorland. Once you get to the top of the hill, we meet another junction. We're going to be turning left to complete the loop, but if you turn right, you can get to the little village of Ilton, and you can also access the Druid's Temple on a short bit of narrow road. When completing the route anti-clockwise, about 3/4 of the way along the top track, you meet a shooting lodge. Along with more of those spectacular views, it's a great place to pause and take in your surroundings, or maybe even have a picnic. After coming along the top track, you meet the junction where we started off at the head of the triangle. It's now time to head back down the spur towards the road and the lay-by where we parked. So, how did we find that?
Oh, fantastic, it really is. I mean, it is so stable. You feel safe at all the times, even on the rocky ground.
Yeah, good route, very interesting. I think you need a reasonable amount of grip because on the rockier sections some of the stones can snatch at the steering wheel. But other than that, plenty of power, great.
If you'd like to find out more about our route around Fountains Earth Moor today, then more information can be found in our break free packs, which are full of accessible trails across the Nidderdale National Landscape. To get your hands on one of these, head over to opencountry.org.uk to download one today.